Hi Lumineers, welcome to the Lighter Side Show. I'm your host, Jamie Butler, the Everyday Medium. Today I have our own Colleen Ziegler here to help me hash out talisman, amulets, and symbols, and do they have power? I wanted to pause for some sound effect. Who knows if I can get that in there? Probably not. But first, some housekeeping notes. There is a live public channeling December 9th here at the Center for Love and Light in Atlanta, Georgia. Maitland's coming. She's going to talk to you about how to handle your family during the holidays. Maybe those family members that don't really support you. I don't know, being intuitive, talking to your dead relatives in the holidays. And she'll also give some tips on how to kind of bring the spirits around just like you want to bring your family around. We also have, coming January 13th and 20th, the basic online mediumship class, where we kind of learn the basics. How do you interact with energy? How can you start collecting information from energy? And what are your belief systems? And then we get into intermediate mediumship class. That's February 24th and March 3rd. These are online classes, so you can be wherever you need to be to take these classes. And in that class, you're going to start learning how to engage with energy and identify spirits. And then the advanced class is in person here in Atlanta, Georgia at the Center for Love and Light, and that is the weekend of March 24th, and we will be learning how to channel.
I'm really excited about that
You
weekend. I am, because I want to meet everybody.
I want to see the people.
I know, come see us.
Oh, we're going
to have fun.
Yes.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun class.
And we're also putting together maybe a Luma Summit, fall 2017.
Another fun event. That's
Yes.
going to be amazing. Yeah.
Many day event. So keep your eyes out for it, and trust me, we'll be talking about it. We also have some great changes coming here to the lighter side, but we will talk about that in a few weeks. Yay! As you can tell, we have a new wall behind us. We are having some painting happening here, but everything is still very disheveled. Now,
You can't tell from here.
No,
It
you
looks great
can't.
from here.
Yeah. It's just 2 chairs, a wall, and our plant, which we haven't named yet, and I'm totally into naming our plants.
Absolutely.
Yep,
I'll let you do that.
If you have a name, let us know.
Send your plant names in.
Hey, who knows? Your plant could be your amulet or your talisman.
Sure.
Do you guys even know the difference? Like, these words are totally used interchangeably.
They are. Yeah, I'm interested to hear your definitions of the two of them.
Well, I'll start there. So the amulet is known for being charged just for the purpose to have the power to protect the person. It actually comes from a Latin word meaning to protect one from trouble. I'd pronounce the Latin word, but then we'd all have to sit around and laugh at it for a little while. But let's go ahead, I'll try. I wrote it down. Amuletum.
I think you got it.
Maybe it wasn't that difficult.
Amuletum. I
Amuletum.
don't have my glasses on, so yeah. No, I think you got it. That wasn't as challenging as
I
I thought it was going to be like this big, long.
As a dyslexic person,
You got
I see
it.
that and it's like,
You got
too
it.
many words.
You got it.
So an amulet is totally there to protect you.
And it's a personal
harm.
object.
Yeah,
Just
well,
for you.
Yes.
Okay.
It would be for you. And it could be a charm, a pendant. It actually could be a symbol. It could be smoke. It could be a plant. It could be an animal. It could be a necklace. It could be anything that's there to protect you from harm, trouble, or danger. But a talisman is more of what we'd consider a good luck charm, like our Lucky's rabbit foot, our four-leaf clover, where it can bring, let's say, wealth, money, love, some of the other things that you might be wanting out of your life. So a talisman is an object or something that's identified to bring those things to you. And talisman comes from the Arabic word meaning something else.
Are you going to pronounce that word for us?
God, no. No, this one is easier.
Okay, so I'm getting
No.
this. I'm getting this from you. I'm hearing amulet is strictly for protection.
Absolutely.
Individual protection. A talisman is more for drawing something in. Abundance, protection, maybe.
Luck,
Wealth,
love.
luck.
Yeah.
Love.
And the Arabic meaning for talisman is completion or ritual rite.
Okay.
So these could be items that are also in your ritual, your religious ritual or your belief system ritual as well.
Okay.
Cool, huh?
Yeah, very cool.
So
We have a whole table of them that you can't see, and I'm very excited for show and tell.
we're going to make Colleen use some of these items today. Yay!
I know in particular which one she's really excited about, and you'll see why. Yeah. I can't believe you brought that here.
I did. Hang on to your seats, Lumineers. Okay. So where did these amulets and talismans and symbols come from? Like, why are they in our culture? They're mostly, as we look in history, in our Irish or Celtic culture. They're in our Islam and Christian cultures. They're Eastern India cultures.
A lot of native cultures, too.
A lot of Native American cultures. And they're there because they derived from a need to have a placement of belief. As I look through cultures and why they developed these, it's almost that they didn't have a clear definition of why they were getting sick, like a plague or something. They couldn't identify it. Science wasn't supporting it. And they needed something to say, well, if you carry this around, then this will give you that power. So basically, this amulet, talisman symbols is like the mega placebo effect. Because end result, Lumineers, we are the most powerful instrument that we can hold on to. Our brain's belief systems can change energetic patterns and give us what we're trying to manifest. So whether it's health against a plague, whether it's a great love in our life, whether it's protection against somebody else's jealousy, like we are seriously in control over that. But some of us don't have the worth, the confidence, the strength, or the understanding of that, or we don't feel comfortable with it. So if we had an item in our hands or we were wearing something, then we could put the belief in that, and that when we have it, we do possess that ability.
They're kind of like adult blankies.
Oh my gosh, adult blankies.
is how I'm thinking of it, because I'm thinking like it makes you feel protected. And so I'm thinking about how a blankie or a binky or a little stuffed animal, and as adults, normally we're not walking around with those things, but we can have our amulets and our, you get in someone's car and they have their little protective symbol there. I know growing up Catholic, there was tons of symbolism everywhere, and, holy water and saint medals and crosses and all of that. So it's like adult blankies, kind of.
Sorry, Pigpen, but your blanket, probably an amulet. It was there for protection, wasn't it? It's going to make me look at my daughter's stuffed animals in a whole new light. I'm like, what's this one for? What's this one for? And then start looking at those qualities.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's a lot of text in the Bible where, and it's all on the internet, guys. You can go and research, what does God or higher source think of amulets or talismans? And there's several quotes in the Bible that God says, basically, hey, those things, they're magic or they're witchcraft. They hold no value. They're blinding you. You actually have that power. And so, of course, people put their own spin on it and then just say, oh, that's witchcraft and that's bad and that's this and that's that. But I don't feel like it's negative at all, because a talisman or an amulet here is created from the object. So what kind of energetic vibration does that object hold? And then if it has a symbol on it, that symbol, that word, that intent that it was made from has another kind of energetic vibration. So now it's layered. So individually, it does possess something of its own. And then your belief in it is like the icing on the cake. And that's what makes it so whole and wonderful and good. And if it works for you that way, then absolutely, I think it's something that you should look into and have and carry. Like this right here, my mala that my husband made. It's like hemp rope and wooden beads. And every time he made it, he said, I love you. And I love you with every little knot and every little bead. And so when I wear this, I feel he's with me, and I don't know, it's my amulet. It makes me feel safe. It makes me feel protected from other things.
So the layers of intention, I'm just thinking about all these different objects, and like you spoke with your mala, the layers of protection go from your own belief to your husband's belief to the belief of the person making the beads to the energy of the hemp. I mean, it's all there, and you have so many layered intentions on amulets.
And now imagine if everybody, like masses of people, like in a faith system, they all believed in that symbol or that item. Mm-hmm. Now imagine the energy it holds.
That's some big power.
Right?
It really is, yeah.
Walking into churches like over in Europe, and they have behind the glass, all the little gold crosses that Saint so-and-so used or carried, or Pope whatever. Mm-hmm. And you're just like in awe over it. It might not be a visual awe, but you can feel all the centuries of people believing in that item and how it was carried and loved and made. And imagine if you had that with you at all times. What would that do for your energy?
It's an amazing feeling. I remember when we went, we were in Assisi in Italy, and we went to St. Francis's tomb where he was apparently buried, and I've never felt energy like this. And this trip was before I was more present with myself now, but it was amazing. I mean, so amazing that I went and bought one of those little Assisi crosses, and yes. I was just feeling the energy of that whole place, but to think of all the different little amulets that were around. Right. And the energy that they were holding for years and years and years.
Years and years
and years. It's amazing. It really is. It was special.
Well, I think there are two special places in this whole world. There are places of belief, whether that's your church or an outside grounds or like Stonehenge, and your bed. Oh yeah, I'm putting both of those together.
I thought you were going to say your home.
No, I'm going to say your bed.
Your bed, okay.
Because most hours in your home are spent in your bed. And that's where you're decompressing. Mm-hmm. That's where you're dreaming. It's where you're laying blueprints of thoughts and manifestations and visualizations. Mm-hmm. Even if you have a meditation corner, I mean, you're honing in on meditation for some of us 5 minutes, just admit it. Some of us for an hour a day. Some of us more. But when we go to sleep, we've got 6 to 9 hours right there in this space.
Sure. Makes sense.
Yes. And so when you go into somebody's bedroom and you get closer to their bed, you're kind of like, ooh, I shouldn't be here. Okay.
It feels really personal and private.
Right. Mm-hmm. And it's not because of the intimacy that happens in that space, because trust me, people are creative. They're getting intimate in other places, but you don't pick up on that when you're sitting on their couch. Or in their kitchen, on their kitchen counter. Go,
okay,
let's get real. Come on. Let's admit we're all creative.
But you're absolutely right. You feel so almost like you're invading someone's private space when you're not only in their bedroom, but by their bed.
Yes.
It just feels like it's a very personal place to be.
And that's what we get when we walk into holy places or places of faith and belief. It's like I've entered into something else. There's a sense of caution and awe. Mm-hmm. So it's great. So maybe
a sense of littleness.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Maybe your bed is a talisman.
That's interesting.
Too bad I can't put that in my pocket. They don't all have to be portable. They can be pieces of furniture. They can be trees, plants. There are other items that can absolutely hold these values that don't have to be portable.
It's so interesting because you bringing this up, before this episode and before this discussion, I would have never thought as a talisman being a piece of furniture. For me personally, or a tree. But it makes so much sense. It makes sense. I would think about it being something more that you can tuck in your pocket, or you can wear, or you can stick on the dashboard of your car, or stick on a shelf somewhere. I don't think about them being that large, but I like that idea.
Yeah, really Lumineers, take a moment and think, what do you have in your purse, in your wallet, in your car, around your house, in your office, outside of your home? Symbols and meanings that show maybe protection, welcome, wealth. We have many examples to go through. I thought it would be really fun. And when I started saying, well, what do I have? I don't think I have much, I don't really do this kind of thing.
We have a whole bathroom full of stuff.
I swear to God. I'll show you.
I know that I think we've shown the bathroom at the center before.
Yes, it was in the Happy Mondays video where it was the best place to meditate.
Or if you're familiar with coming to the center, you might be familiar with this bathroom. But we have 2 bathrooms, and one is full of amulets and talismans and all kinds of things that Jamie's collected over the years and have been given to her.
Yes. And I think it is...
It's a very unique spot.
Thank you.
Yeah, it is. It's very unique.
And I think it's quite silly that when I started asking myself, did I have any of these items? Nothing came to mind, but when I walked into my office, I went, oh my God.
They're everywhere.
Oh, there's black tourmaline. Oh, there's Vibhuti. Oh, there's this Tibetan prayer
What is
cloth.
Vibhuti?
When Sai Baba would do prayer or blessings, he would rub his hands together, and there was like a sweet dust that would fall, and people would collect it. And so I have some of that saved.
And it's called Vibhuti.
Vibhuti is what I remember it being called.
Vibhuti. Okay, I will not forget that.
We're not even going to pause and fact check this on the internet right now. We're just going to run with it because this is what I've been told. For decades ago, I've had it and I've saved
And
it.
that's what you've been calling it.
Yes.
Vibhuti. I will get on the internet later and check this out.
We'll put that in the description.
Because that's what I do.
Yes, and there were all these items everywhere. Braided lemongrass. There were whistles and snakes and figas and pyramids and I was just like, oh my God, my whole life is like...
Sure,
But see, for me, I always thought of it when I brought an item close to me is I'm going to keep it because I love it and it has meaning to me. That's a talisman.
Where do most of your talismans come from? Are they coming from you picking them up at different spots and being attracted to them? I know that you've been given a lot as gifts.
Yes. Most of them are gifts, but when I find myself attracted to something, like I see it one time and I'm like, oh, it's so beautiful. What is that? And then I walk away because I'm like, okay, I don't need to buy everything that I think is beautiful. But then it just keeps pulling me back to it, whether I see it in a catalog or I'm in another country or it's the artisan up the street. I mean, it's just like, I have to have that.
Yeah.
So let's look at some examples of amulets.
Yay!
Yay!
Show and tell time.
So one of my favorite ones is from Eastern culture, Japanese, and it's a omamori. And an omamori is a cloth or sack that is hand sewn that they tuck prayers into. And they're mostly found in graveyards, grave sites. And it's from the Shinto belief system where you honor your ancestors, because if you honor your ancestors, then they live, and they then in return care for you. And so the family lineage cares for itself.
Absolutely.
So you can go into the cemeteries and go to the gift shops, and they'll have them all wrapped up. And I have two, actually. One is in a box. So here's what one of them looks like. You can see how, and I'll show it closer later on. But it's perfectly gorgeous silk. It's folded in a particular way, and it has patterns in the rope that is an eternal knot. So the energy eternally runs and it's not escaped. But if you were to open it up, which I don't suggest because once it's made, it's supposed to stay in contact. This one was given to me as protection, and it's to be hung over the doorway. So if you go into my office, you'll see this hanging on my door handle. So anybody who comes in or out has to pass through my omamori.
That's beautiful.
It is, and there's like a big part of me that's
Am
like,
I allowed to touch it?
I want to open it.
I know. I really want to open it.
Here,
I just
open
want to
that
see
one.
how it's made. You know?
Isn't it?
So these are meant to be personal. This would be your omamori with your own personal prayers in it.
Yes,
Your family would not
somebody-
tuck their prayers in there,
No.
or I would.
There is a piece of paper in there that somebody has written a protection prayer on specifically for my office or my door.
Got it.
Isn't that
So you
wonderful?
wouldn't be putting extra prayers. That's
Nope.
just it. Oh,
That is
I got
it.
I misunderstood and thought you put all your prayers in there. That's really beautiful.
Yeah, that's the Japanese version. And then here's a little hand-sewn version, and I got this in Brazil. And this is an Umbanda practice where they put money and items and gems and words in it, and they hand sew it and protect it, and it's in red cloth. You can feel the coin inside of it.
Feels like
so
there's
it's-
something else in there too.
There's a gem of some sort, or maybe
Yeah.
a nut or a seed, and it's used in rituals to
And it's sewn
create
shut.
wealth and health. Yes, it's sewn shut. Sewn shut.
It's so shut.
It is sewn shut.
And who gave this to you? Just curious.
I want to say it was my mother-in-law.
Yeah, that's I haven't heard of these.
Yeah.
I'm
And
learning
then
something new.
Here's a little American version where this omamori is beaded, it has a velvet cloth, and it's just wrapped shut. Now this one is more like a sack. It has been opened. There are crystals embedded inside of it with blessings and words, and it's to enhance my healing, my insight, my intuition. And so we have this concept of an amulet where there's protection, but also another layer of like a talisman. And we have it in the Eastern culture, South American culture, and in the American culture.
Would this one here be considered something like a medicine bag, or is that something different? Like the Native American medicine bags?
There are medicine bags that you put tobacco and herbs and you seal them shut and you wear it around your neck and you don't ever open it.
Okay.
Then that would be considered. But medicine bag that you use for storage and open up and remove things, then no.
Yeah, okay. I was talking about the
Yeah, the one you hang around your
Yeah,
neck.
yeah.
Yes, that would be a omamori. Look. Get excited. Here it
Got all
is.
kinds of stuff in this box.
If you ever have a chance to get into my office, you will see so many tiny little wooden boxes and whatnots, and I have treasures. My treasures are stuffed inside.
Well, I've been
of
in your
them.
office several times, and I was not aware that these boxes had so
Really?
much fun stuff
Yes.
in them. Yeah.
So this is the Vibhuti created by Sai Baba. When Sai Baba blesses or give prayer, it's for protection and healing and increasing your own energy. And it falls from his hands. So I keep it very tucked away. I probably need to give it a new plastic bag.
Does it have a scent?
Yeah, it has like a clay sweet scent. So what you do is, here, I'll do it for Colleen. And Colleen will just have to wear it for the rest of the show. How's that?
Yay! What am I doing? Are you going to put it like that?
Here, you can do mine.
I'm just putting this like on your
And
third eye.
yep. And then to tell you what, afterwards, you clean your finger with your mouth
Oh, really?
and you eat it.
All right. Okay. Well, it tasted like perfume clay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a sweet.
But not bad. It's not overpowering. Where you'll never know what you're going to be doing on the set of the lighter side.
No, I try not to tell Colleen much just so that she
I'm
continues
definitely
to participate. Put my little goodies back in the box.
That was sweet. Thank you for sharing those.
Oh my God, you're welcome. So the next amulet I want to talk about, which probably many of you Lumineers already know, is the evil eye. And it's an old Turkish tradition, though it's one of the oldest superstitions found. It even goes
Really?
back to Egyptian times. And in the Turkish tradition, it's called a nazar. And it is, we'll show you. This is one that I got from my Turkish friend. They're normally made of glass, and they'll have a black center, a light blue ring, a white ring, and then surrounded with a dark blue ring. And then often if they're adorned more, it'll have a gold trim on it and some gold beading, fabric, or tassels, things like that you can hang it. Many people believe you can hang it by the door, by your baby's crib, in your car. And the evil eye is to ward off and protect you from other people's jealous eyes. Because way back when, Lumineers, when we just didn't know any better, we believed that a glance from somebody who was jealous of you or wanted something that you had could give you headaches, nausea, sick tummy. It could wreak havoc upon you and your luck and your family. So you had to have one of these nazars or evil eye to ward off those things. And so if
Strictly
you,
jealousy.
yes.
Really? Okay.
Yes. That creates illness and sickness. So let's say if you had a tapeworm way back thousands of years ago and they didn't know about tapeworm, they're like, somebody's probably looking at your stuff and wants it. So carry around this evil eye and your upset tummy and your issues will go away. And so they believe in it enough
That's like the placebo.
Yes, it is. It's just incredible because there's account after account of how these things have worked, healed, miraculous healings. It is phenomenal.
People are still buying these today.
Yes.
Because
Well,
they're in stores.
I have one.
Yeah.
And it
you find
sits
them.
by the entrance in the Center for Love and Light. And it watches everybody who comes
is
in. It watches you.
It's warding off all your stuff. Where is this kept?
It's kept by the light
On the
switches.
cubby?
By the light switches as you come in the door. So when you pass through the door, it sees you.
I had no idea it was there. And if it was, maybe it's one of those things I'm so used to seeing that I'm not.
I know, but I
I'm
have
not
them
paying attention.
hidden
I love that.
everywhere.
I love that.
It's crazy. Like this. This is lemongrass, and it's braided and woven. Oh, it smells so good. This was given to me by a lovely client who, in the South American and some of the Native American cultures, believe that lemongrass absorbs negative energy or protects you from negative energy by absorbing it. And they braid them or they hang them in bunches by the front door. So that when you walk in, if you have negative energy or if you're just icky, this lemongrass goes, let me take that for you.
Definitely hangs on to its scent, doesn't it?
And when
like baby
it
powder.
turns completely brown is when it has absorbed everything that it can. But if not, it'll stay like a healthy golden color.
And then it's time to get a new
sometimes
one.
a little bit of a lime green color. Yeah, and then it's time to get a new one. And mine are just held together by rubber bands on either
Like you
end.
cut someone's braid off.
I,
Doesn't it?
oh no! Too bad you're not here, guys, so you can smell it.
It smells really good. How old or new is this? Is it a...
We're probably going on 2 years for this
Okay.
piece.
It looks pretty good.
And this one hangs in my personal office
Mm-hmm.
on top of a frame directly next to my door that you enter into.
I've seen it.
You've seen this one?
I've seen it.
Colleen's got a good eye.
I'm fairly observant.
You know, I'm kind of disappointed because this next one I wanted to share with you, I couldn't find it, but I know I have it. I have holy water from the Vatican.
And it's lost.
It's somewhere in a Chanel bottle. There you have it. That's just how I keep my holy water.
Did you just happen to have a Chanel bottle with you when you were at the Vatican?
No, I'm not a perfume person. So I was asking the people that I was traveling with, hey, do you have any like small
Sure.
bottles or anything? And one of the travelers had just finished their perfume bottle. I was like, thank you. And I'm in there and I'm dunking. I don't think you're allowed to do this. I'm not quite sure. And I'm terribly sorry if this offends anybody. But
Yeah.
And I was filling up the water bottles so that I could use them for blessings and so forth.
So it's like holy water that obviously smells like Chanel because
It has a hint of it, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was very nice, though. But holy water
it'll
is...
pop up one day. Yeah.
If it does, I'm sharing it with everybody. The holy water is blessed by the Pope. And the Pope indates this water with pure Christ-light energy. And holy water is believed to be so strong that it could rid any negative energy, demon, lower entity from any space. And it's also been said that when holy water touches somebody who has a lot of negative energy or who is possessed, and for you listeners out there, I just did air quotes around the word possessed, because that is another topic, that the holy water can burn or stain the person's skin.
Wow.
I haven't seen that.
I haven't either.
But I have seen holy water used in a space that was extremely scary and negative, and boy, did it change the mood.
Really?
Yep.
And so can you share with us what was done with the holy water? Was it just sprinkled or, okay.
If you are watching, you saw the amazing hand motion and wrist action from Colleen Ziegler. Yeah.
Okay, again, I grew up Catholic.
Oh, you did? See,
Yeah,
I did, and I
I've
grew
seen-
up Baptist,
yeah.
and we didn't do that stuff.
There's like a wand or something,
Yes.
and I'm really, I don't know what it's called. And you know, the priest goes through the church and does that at uncertain times of the year or certain masses.
Yes. Do you say priest? I don't know, minister, but
Yep.
had it and put it on the wand and was slinging it around the home to lighten the energy.
Oh, so a priest was there at this event and was
Yes,
doing. Okay.
I was watching a home cleansing or getting rid of entities that don't need to be in your home.
Wow.
As Darshana Patel advertises, she goes, "Got roommates you don't want?" Ghosts and stuff like that. I'm like, that is brilliant.
It is brilliant. It is brilliant.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
It's a nice way of putting it.
it raised the energy in that space so quick. It was amazing.
Wow.
Yeah, and so that's when I was like, you know what? Next time around some holy water, I'm going to grab that stuff.
I would be curious just going back to know, because I know in a lot of churches, holy water is there when you enter the building. And my understanding is that holy water is blessed by the priest, not, one of the Vaticans, obviously,
It was blessed by the Pope.
the one that he had was blessed by the Pope.
I don't know.
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know about that
Yeah.
one. No, probably what he had was blessed by the
so
priest.
it's just someone's intention being put into water, which holds amazing vibration.
Hello, Emoto. Yes, research that. Symbols
Yeah.
placed on water, and then the water's frozen, and you can see how
Both
the
negative and
words-
positive.
Yeah, how the
Yeah.
words affected the water.
Messages in water, or messages of the water. What is it? It's been years since I've read it.
It was a great read. I was blown away.
Yeah,
We'll put that-
it's little tiny book, and it's amazing.
is that all the words like love and harmony, things that created peace that he put on the water bottle, all that water froze in symmetrical patterns, and all the words like hate, separation, ugly, all the negative or lesser
Even-
vibrational
yeah.
words, the water froze in asymmetrical patterns,
Or even just got like,
clunky and
yeah.
gross.
And just examples of people around a body of water and what even praying around a body of water does was amazing. It blew my mind. It still blows my mind.
The amazing power of words. Intent, intent, intent. Know what you are doing when you go into it.
Yep. And we're 80% water, so imagine what's happening to us with words and music and environment and all of that.
You're blowing my mind, Colleen.
Yeah.
I love that. I was listening to a friend say that she found a doctor who works in the morning with all of his patients and then stops working after lunch and spends the same amount of time in prayer on each patient. Can you imagine how that would feel? Like that doctor fully believed that with intent, word, prayer, focus, that this person would get better.
It's amazing.
Yeah. All right, getting back to amulets, because we can really take this somewhere else. I was kind of sticking with the kind of Christian sacramentals things. They don't really call them amulets; they call them sacramentals. But the crucifix, and I didn't even bring in my my rosaries. But I have a rosary that has cross at the end of it, and didn't raise Catholic. And in the Baptist world, we don't really have rosaries. It's just fun. Oh, getting back, the crucifix. Yeah, well, you see it throughout a lot of history.
Different
But-
kinds of crucifixes.
Yes,
Sure.
different kinds. And it's all used to ward off negative energies, entities, demons, devil, whatever you're believing in, and protecting you and your body. And this is I think the most common one that we can all recognize when we see and go, oh yeah, I know what that is. Have you read about Gabriel Amorth?
No, I haven't.
With the crucifix, Father Gabriel Amorth, he's the one who has done the most documented exorcisms. Yes, he is like the exorcist.
Is this present day or?
Present day.
Past?
Well,
Oh.
he's passed away. He passed away, I think, when he was in his early 90s. But there's tons of records on it. Reading some of his stuff, like he fought spirituality. Yeah, because spirituality wasn't in his religion. So there's a lot of stuff that doesn't jive. But when he's talking about using the cross, the holy water, and how to deal with negative entities, it's like right on. His techniques were full of his faith, belief. It was direct. He was confident, and he was successful. And some of the stuff that he talks about, you're just like, no way. But it's been documented. So it's a great read. But it might not fit your belief system, but it's a good read. Hopefully that makes sense.
I've never heard of them until today.
Really? Research. Then how about an amulet that is the four-leaf clover? A lot of us think of that as a talisman, as like the Irish good luck symbol, but really it was there out of protection. Pretty cool. So if you have one of those in your house, protection. Sapphires are seen to protect, so I wore my sapphire today. It's a raw sapphire.
I love that ring. It's so beautiful.
I'm
really is.
Really excited about it. Well, I'll show it up closer.
It's like a power ring.
Bam.
Yeah.
I like the raw stones
I do
way
too.
a lot. It's also kind of equivalent to the evil eye, same coloring, all the blues, layers of blues. So some people use sapphire equally to the evil eye. So it's protecting oneself from harm, trouble, misfit, jealousy, things of other people, and keeping you safe. So I'm doubling up today. Snakes are also seen as amulets, but I bet you're not keeping a live snake around, and I'm going to guess that you don't have like rattles. Do you have a rattle like hanging around your neck?
I don't.
Rattlesnake tail?
No.
No,
I
none
don't.
of that? But I do have a symbol of it.
Look at that.
Yeah.
I just was like, I just want to pick it up.
Pick it up. Isn't that cool?
And where is this from?
This is a local artist, I think, in Decatur.
Really?
Yes, Decatur, Georgia, and had all kinds of snakes. It was beautiful, had to have it. I know. People are like, are you kidding me? It's
really, is it like hand carved
Yeah,
wood?
it's
It's gorgeous. It
yeah,
really
and
is.
it's
I don't
stained.
think the beauty of it will come across
Oh, we'll have to show it up close.
on the recording, but it's really pretty.
So snakes are kind of like the evil eye, but they specialize in protecting you from psychic attacks. So anybody who's laying words on you to not allow you to progress or to be intuitive or to fall ill. Snakes, isn't that fun? They shed their skin, always healthy. Then we get into talismans, and I have a few examples of that. One of my favorites, the Japanese culture. The kitty cats are good luck, and especially the kitty cats who are waving their hands or showing their paws because they're receiving wealth. And they're so cute, so I have one that sits in my office. And you probably see the ones that move their hands. Good luck, wealth, successful business. Every business needs to have a black cat, which is funny because I think in our belief system in the States, if you see a black cat cross your path, it's
Like a superstition thing.
Yeah.
It's like bad luck.
a bad luck thing. But this is a good luck thing.
Are they always black? Because sometimes you see white ones.
Yeah, there's
and-
white ones, gold ones.
Do they mean different things if they're different colors?
Nope, it's
okay.
just visual pleasing. It's the kitty that means everything. The kitty cat. We've got another one, but you recognize it, but you won't think that it's beautiful. You probably won't think, oh, wow, that's really cool, because it's the swastika. And a lot of times when people are seeing that now, they immediately take recent history with World War II.
Hitler.
Let's try not to say his name, but I was like, with you, that guy.
Oh, I didn't know you weren't
trying
trying to say his name.
No, I don't know.
Yeah.
It is one of the oldest talismans that we have on record. It goes back to Stone Age. It's on the walls of the stones of the caves. It's been found on coins through Celtic and all the way up. And that was wrapped around pure strength, balance, the four seasons, wholeness, perfection. And we see these symbols where they're written with the legs turning left or the legs turning right. So it seems to be interchangeable. Either one of them are meaning the same thing. I mean, even the Egyptians used it. There's other kinds of talismans like arrowheads, horseshoes, pyramids. Like arrowheads are thought to be very good luck around getting the ladies, like a love kind of thing. Yeah, because they're seen as very masculine. And in the Native American culture, if they were really polished, then it gave them strength. And if they wore it around their neck and they were buried with it, it was something that would be protecting them in the beyond. So it had all kinds of meanings. But I think the strangest is if someone died and you stole their arrowhead, right, off their dead body, that means that you would have a greater love and a better love life and potency than you did before.
If you from a stolen arrowhead rather than just
Off
a
a dead
found-
person, though.
Wow.
Yeah, not a live person.
Maybe just extra energy on it.
They're just layering that in there. I don't know.
Again, I've never heard of that before.
Yes. And then with horseshoes, Lumineers, if you're seeing horseshoes at people's houses where the horseshoe, let's say, legs are facing down and the hump is facing up, so it looks like a letter N, that's not bringing you anything good. Mm-hmm. Horseshoes are to be hung where the legs are facing up, so it looks like a letter U, so that the good luck and all the health is being stored in the curve of the horseshoe.
And not escaping.
And not escaping. We don't want that stuff to escape. It can also protect from bad luck and from jealousy, kind of similar to the evil eye. And then when we look at pyramids, we go into this kind of geometric shaping with perfect geometric ratios. There's extra energy in that. Yes. So with pyramids, as you can see, there's a termination or point at the end, just like in crystals. And it moves energy that is inside of it upward and out. So it can increase whatever's in there and put it out into the world. And so they have these made where you open the little door. You sell these at the store, didn't you? Mm-hmm. You open the little door and you can put your prayer or your blessing inside of it, and that it would increase and protect it and push it out into the world.
They come in all different sizes.
Yeah, huge too, right? So some other talismans, the figa from Brazil. The figa represents freedom, power, and safety. And it has a prayer ribbon tied around it. I won't get into that one, but it's for protection and safety. In fact, my mother-in-law believes in these so much that she ties them to every piece of luggage so that the airlines don't damage her luggage, and so her luggage doesn't go missing.
Do you find, or do these ribbons say different things?
They do.
They do.
Yes.
So it's not always the same kind of prayer.
Correct. Prayer ribbons.
Oh, this is
and
nice.
The figa, and I have a figa hanging in my car, along with a Mother Mary medallion to bless my car and to keep me safe. Other things are, I mentioned before that I have a very old Tibetan prayer cloth piece. It's actually under glass. I can't remember what century it's from. I'm very sorry, but it is very old. So it's been prayed with and carried and loved for a long time. And then I have also been given sand. Yes. This is sand from a hole in a church in Mexico that always fills up with sand the next day. So no matter how much they dig it out, the sand, fresh, clean sand, always comes back the following day. They have filmed it. They don't understand. It's more of like to me, I think it's just an earth's, what do you call it, like a phenomena of the earth. But it's inside of a church, and it's blessed, and it's amazing.
So people take the sand.
Yes.
It's like, yeah.
Take the sand because it's blessed and prayed.
Oh.
That's fun. A few other talismans. A lot of gemstones can be talismans. I love black tourmaline. We have a nice chunk here where tourmaline protects your energy and wards off, helps you stay grounded, helps you stay clear and clean, and it's wonderful. I like putting that in one of my holy places, which is what I said in the beginning, your bed. Putting black tourmaline on the four corners of the bed is amazing.
This is a nice piece. It really is.
And turquoise. And this one is shaped in a pendant, which amulets could be in a pendant, but this is also for protection. Clarity, psychic protection, just like lapis lazuli as well. And for our finale, it is...
Honestly, can't believe this. I really am having
a fertility whistle, handmade from clay. And it is believed that if you blow the whistle, if you have her on your shelves, that you will be fertile and that you will have a healthy family and healthy and happy children.
Would this be given to people who
yes
wanted to conceive?
So like made by a shaman, made by a healer, made by the doctor.
It's a lot. So I'd also like to point out, this is in our bathroom at the center. However, Jamie nicely covers up her privates.
We'll turn her like this. But she is a whistle. And I thought Colleen might want to give that a nice go to show how this talisman is used to promote good fertility for women.
It's a lot. And there's probably got to be some kind of technique to this.
It's Mayan, Mexican, Aztec.
I've
you can
blown
find
on
it
it
through all those
before.
cultures.
I'm not fertile. Oh!
She's got it.
That is amazing, because do you remember the other day when I was doing it? Okay, so I would like to share because it's quite a visual. Jamie picked it up off the bathroom shelf the other day, I don't know, a month ago, and gave it to me to whistle, and it was no sound and just dust. So not only was there no sound but dust, and I was like, okay, well, I'm definitely not fertile. But this morning I feel different.
You feel who knows?
That's a little. Now it's got like my. Oh, that's not my lipstick. That's just
The clay.
Yeah.
Oh,
So there you have it.
You have some wonderful examples of amulets, talismans. We did even do some symbols, even the Om symbol. I mean, your talisman could even be a tattoo.
Absolutely.
I have a tattoo. I might show it to you. I don't know.
Show them the tattoo. Why not? It's not like it's in a.
You blow the vagina whistle and I show my tattoo.
I'm almost scared to blow that again. Oh, you're showing a different tattoo than I thought. Oh, there you go.
That
The
is
lotus.
Om above the lotus flower.
I thought you were going to show your feather.
No. The Om above the lotus flower. For me, Om represents God or all that is. The lotus flower is the seed of my soul. So it's God descending into the seed of my soul.
Oh.
Okay.
All right.
Now that we've gotten personal, we have to close up shop. I am
That
so
was fun.
sorry.
That was
but
fun.
I encourage you, Lumineers, look around your space. What kind of belief systems have you put on your items that you have? Are they memories? Are they connected to protection, empowerment? And why do they serve you? Why are they working for you? Know more about it, connect more energetically to it, and you'll find they serve you well. So thank you so much for lending us your ears. Have a great rest of your day. Bye, Lumineers.
Bye.
Oh, you know what?
I was getting ready to say it, but I'm like, well, maybe Jamie's not saying it this time.
Remember, it's not woo-woo, it's true-true. Bye, Lumineers.
Bye, everyone.
I got so tickled that I just showed my tattoo on the camera.
I thought you were going to show your foot.
Baby, down by the roller coaster, sweet, sweet cherry, I never let you go. Shimmy, shimmy, cocoa pop.
Oh, this is
Shimmy,
the thing from
shimmy,
Big.
pop. Oh, it's before Big. Come on. And then you have to freeze.
We did Miss Mary Mac, that one.
All dressed in black,
Yeah.
black, black.